Welcome to this video. Okay, I'm trying to be more hype.
Hi, if you're watching this right now, that means that you're totally watching this right now.
So this video is actually basically about Techie Youth.
Hi, my name is Yael Ruft, and I just wanted to share a few things I learned from Techie Youth.
Hey guys, my name is Shania, and welcome to the video.
Good evening, viewers. This is news anchor Jen coming to you with some breaking announcements right here in New York. STEM statistics show that only 25% of females work in the field of software engineering, which is quite a low statistic. Because of this, Techie Youth has helped me discover my interest in technology and software development, while also keeping me encouraged despite being a minority female with the means of achieving success.
Techie Youth has introduced me to so many different career opportunities I never would have thought of, such as video editing. To me, video editing just looks like the possibilities are endless, and I get to play around and really brings out the more creative side of me. But if people aren't into that, that's totally fine, because Techie Youth gives you so many different options, whether remote, whether in person, career opportunities to explore, and it's just so interesting, and it really broadened my horizons. Love Techie Youth. Love it.
Being a low-income first-generation minority female in New York, I find meaning behind the desire for eliminating stereotypes against women in STEM. While we continue to progress as a society, there is still a large amount of room for improvement in equal rights and representation.
Just a few days ago, I was thinking about buckling down and posting a lot more on social media. Techie Youth kept showing me glimpses of the future where I could be, if I keep pushing. Techie Youth put a lot of things in perspective for me. Other than YouTube, I really don't have any idea of what I want to do. Through their program, I realized that any of the career paths I had in mind would be perfect. I could even choose to do a lot of them, or even all of them if I wanted to.
This is where we're gonna segue. You hear me? This is where we're gonna segue into Techie Youth.
I do feel like Techie Youth is a very good, like they're mad good.
Now, Techie Youth, to be very short and to the point, is a free program that utilizes technology and teaching technology to at-risk youth. At-risk youth is referred to, or would be considered, an umbrella term. It includes foster care youth, newly emancipated youth, previously incarcerated youth, or youth who's at risk of being incarcerated, pregnant youth, etc., etc. If you are youth and you are at risk for poverty and or incarceration, you are considered at-risk youth. And Techie Youth is seeking to help you.
I would say right now, Techie Youth has literally made me want to do YouTube again, and I really appreciate them very much for motivating me to do it. They had a curriculum about stress, they had a curriculum about time management, they had a curriculum about video editing, about SEO, about how to vlogging, about how to basically bring yourself to trying different things. And they had a writing curriculum. I loved it. I thought it was so cool. I never knew about you can be paid for basically transcribing videos. You could be paid for transcribing movies. You could be paid for learning how to do stock things, for mentoring people, for basically like even doing videos, like making webinars and stuff like that, and how to basically create sales funnels, Shopify, all these kind of things that, you know, people go over, but you know, you never get to see the bad and the good. And that's the reason why I like Techie Youth, because they told you about the scam side, they also told you about how to continue making money. So I thought that was pretty cool. You know, I was like, dude, I like this, I like this.
You know, the workers are constantly like always there. Again, they're always there. I did think they were fake, that they were robots, but no, these are real people who are constantly there for you around the clock. It'll be 3 a.m. I log on and they're like, nice to see you, logging in. And it's like, oh, wow, you guys are really dedicated. So I think that is very important to have that boost morale.
Techie Youth has helped me capture the importance of not only seeking career opportunities that can enhance my understanding of the world and its people around us, but the desire of remaining optimistic and determined to transform a seemingly small idea into something revolutionary.
But I definitely did not know about, like I said, the transcribing. I did not know that you could literally watch videos and go out your way and you can apply for a job and type what you hear And all it takes is that you don't have to type like probably about maybe 40 words per minute, but it's something that I can do. Like, I literally can type very fast. So it's kind of funny that that's happened, and I was like, I didn't even know like that was possible. It could be more of a side hustle than an actual job because it doesn't pay you as much. It's probably about like 10 cents per word, but at the same time, if you're doing 200 words, you know, you feel me, it's $10, like $10. Whoa. See? Y'all, I don't like math, y'all. I don't like that. However, you know, you can get $2 off of it. That's light work. 200 words is probably about like 2 minutes, and you made $2 already. So if you keep going about this, you do like 4 hours a day, you could probably come home like $50, you know. Maybe a little extra change you could just put to the side. So I thought that was so cool. They had ways to do gigs. They were teaching us about social media, about how to gain an audience, about how to video edit, about how to do music production. It was so much. Ones I didn't care for was like AI and data analysts, because I was like, y'all, this is where science and math really combine, and it becomes like math science or computer science. And I was, ooh, that curriculum I was not doing so hot. I did learn, but I was like, I'm feeling like a robot. Information overload.
Techie Youth has taught me the realization of how local opportunities are. In fact, there are a plethora of opportunities to fit each individual's interests, such as in my case, software development.
I'm here to tell you about my experience at Techie Youth. Now, let's get into it. Through the diverse content covering all kinds of units, I've learned a ton. Covering from business basics, stocks, networking, and a whole bunch more. Before Techie Youth, I always used to avoid talking about stocks. It just seemed like a foreign language to me. But learning through Techie Youth, they really broke it down into easy bite-sized steps for me to understand. They cover the basics of stocks to more advanced stuff even later on. By going through the units and watching all the YouTube videos they had set for us, it really opened my eyes to all these unspoken things about business. Businesses have to think about Clorox, floor cleaner, hand wipes, and even printer paper. There's so much more that goes into running a business than just searching for employees and customers. Techie Youth goes in depth and teaches you all kinds of things you need to know. From basics, it goes in depth while teaching you what you need to know and referring you to resources that can help you along with your journey. As an aspiring YouTuber, editing is a key part of what I do. The video editing course was a godsend. I know a ton about editing already just from playing around with different softwares. But there was this one video about transitions that are used a lot in media today. It really opened my eyes, and it's for sure gonna up my editing game.
Techie Youth has a way of teaching you information that you wouldn't know to search for, and I think that's very important.
Techie Youth has helped me learn about the various different careers enlisted in the tech field. This has impacted my future career plans with the desire in software development. For example, while Earth is a marvelous planet, do you ever wonder what remains outside of Earth? I know I think about this more than I'd like to admit. Perhaps there are planets that host an assortment of life forms that we can possibly study its differences to that of planet Earth. And so, through the use of technology, I aspire to create a particular software that is able to detect celestial objects thousands of miles away. This can include the detection of foreign planets and what may lie on such planets, the black holes, meteors, and asteroids. Furthermore, this career plan serves several benefits, such as encouraging other minority females just like me to engage in the STEM field and increase their desire to learn about technology, such as how softwares are developed and their limitations.
It's motivated me to come back to YouTube. It's motivated me to see new things. I already wrote down some links that they've offered that I said I'm going to look more into as time progresses, because I do want to have more than one income source. Nobody wants to rely on a job because there's always customers. There's always your manager. There's always a boss. And at any moment, if you feel overwhelmed, they're expecting you to go above and beyond, knowing that they don't care about you. I don't want to do this forever. I don't want to just rely on one source. So it's definitely taught me multiple sources of income, independent contracting, and a lot of freelancing, and a lot of actual working. So that's a great way of saying those different kinds of topics.
In order to achieve a bright future, you must not simply go with the flow. Instead, you must stand confident in presenting your creative ideas, no matter how small or unique they may appear. In fact, due to Techie Youth, I've learned that no idea is ever too insignificant to become accomplished. Even so, take a look at massive companies such as NASA, SpaceX, Amazon, etc. Each company originated as a mere idea formulated by people just like you and I.
Techie Youth is really interesting because it takes advantage of the fact that the technology sector is booming. Like, it's $1 trillion, do I believe, or $1 billion? I reckon it's $1 trillion industry, and it's currently growing. I mean, soon we're going to see more like McDonald's and other fast food places where there's a kiosk and you can just pick what you want. who made that technology? We need people to make these technological advancements, don't we? So you can see, like, it's definitely booming. However, Techie Youth takes advantage of that by teaching its students how to assimilate into this kind of work style. It teaches students the importance of, having a professional aura, of how to communicate. If you're interested in learning about Forex or video editing or music making or writing or any other topics, selling cryptocurrency, selling art, like all of these things that involve the internet and technology, if you're interested in learning these things, Techie Youth is here for you. Quite literally, okay? They have courses on how to run social media accounts. That's not cool to you? That's not amazing to you? Like, you see, it's very much interesting. There's so many topics you can learn. One thing that I learned is about how to make websites and how to go about starting one. And that's definitely impacted my future career plans because, again, I am a psychology major, but additionally, I'm also interested in astrology. I believe the two definitely intersect because they both talk about understanding the human psyche, reasons behind why we do what we do, etc., etc. So, learning about how to do websites, I figured, okay, I'm going to start a website. And it's not as easy as just saying I'm going to start a website, but because I took courses under this program, I know and I now have an idea of what to expect and what I should look for, what I should do. So that's definitely beneficial. I would not have learned that if, I just went to high school or I just went to college. So Tech Youth has a way of teaching you information that you wouldn't know to search for. And I think that's very important.
I've had the two biggest things I've had to overcome in my life. One I won't mention because it's kind of very personal, but the second one was losing my dad. And it's been hard. Like, it's been super hard. We lost him last year. So now people that know me know that he's not my biological dad, but he definitely has been my dad since, like, forever. He's been there for everything I've faced, everything I've dealt with. He's been there, like, up until literally last year, down to he's seen the people I've been with, he's seen the situations I've gone through, he's seen me go from school, graduations, everything. He's always been there. So that's why I say my dad, because when I think about him, it makes me want to cry. Like, it always gets to me. So I miss him very much. That's probably one of the most difficult things I've had to overcome. And the third thing that I would say, most difficult wise, without it being sad, would be me figuring out my career. And that's why I really appreciate Techie Youth, because being back on YouTube has literally made me feel like, all right, I got something to do. I got something to look forward to. Like, I got something to motivate me. I got something to go on with. Time to find something new. I like to be fun. I like to have fun things. I like to makeover. That's the kind of things that I want to get into. I still haven't found my niche, which is something they also taught me. Shout out to Techie Youth, teaching me about niches and how they work and finding what works for you. I know for sure I want to do video editing, and I know for sure that I want to do makeovers, like, and not people, but more like places or items. That's where my heart lies. So I'm hoping that one day, coming soon, I can start doing stuff like that.
I look at my life, and I am not the most privileged, but I do have privileges that I know that foster care youth and newly incarcerated or at-risk youth or pregnant youth or any youth who's at risk of poverty, I know that we don't share the same experiences, So I know that there is some privilege that I experience that they don't get to experience. And being on this site, being in this program has definitely helped me make some sense of my life, especially post-pandemic. We're still kind of in the pandemic. We're still kind of in it. But I didn't really know what I was going to do because everything just felt really uncertain. But, this has just sold me on the idea that you don't have to take the tried and true route. Like, there's many different ways you can be successful. There's many different ways you can sustain yourself financially. And I know if that helps me, I know it definitely will help youth who have less than me, youth who have less privileges than I do. So I think this is definitely a great program.
Well, I know I'm not the only one when I say that women have been undermined since the beginning of time, specifically in the realm of STEM. You see, traditionally, women were looked down upon for engaging in quote-unquote manly interests such as science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. As a female minority myself who has experienced the unfortunate ostracization of taking an interest in science and technology, it is now my aim to correct negative stereotypes of women in STEM by showing female figures that we are just as capable in creating innovation as long as we put in the equal effort and fight for our natural born right. And so, creating a new meaning for underrepresented women in STEM is something that I hold very dear to me, considering that women deserve more leadership positions that are both applauded and recognized, since women, as do men, equally share the power of innovation with determination and motivation.
I liked it, motivational, and just cool, overall fire. I was like, you know what, Techie Youth? Shout out to y'all. You know what? Shout out to y'all. Thank you, Techie Youth. I've linked Techie Youth in the description box. They're great. They're cool. I like the guy who runs it. You know, he be walking around in different cities just on his camera, and that motivated me too. Like, that's some bravery, because people were looking in his camera like, who he talking to? Thank you for being here. Thank you for viewing this video. Thank you for choosing me. And thank you, because that worked in my, like, it was like it landed in my lap. Like, girl, you did a career real quick. Here we got you. Until the next one, y'all. Bye.
I would appreciate it if you left a like and a comment down below. I hope I'll see you again sometime. Bye-bye.
I hope that what I said meant something to you, and if you are interested in learning about a plethora of different things that you wouldn't learn in a school or high school or college, just definitely just join Techie Youth. It's free. It's free. All right. Have a nice day, everybody.